YouTubers, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for joining me for Morning Coffee with Mike. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic morning. Thanks for joining us and being part of the channel. So anyways, guys, don't forget to set your reminders. Here we got, tonight we're going to be talking business, and then God Rules will be coming on the channel this Saturday. Big channel, big channel, and a subscriber of this channel will be coming on, so set your reminders. Okay, guys, so what's going on? China slams Australian government for politicizing trade over decision to block Probuild sale to Chinese company. Now, that's what's happening right now. Australia's fighting back. A lot of people living in America, Canada, and New Zealand, and other countries don't know that China is sanctioning Australia to death. And what was the only person standing between China and the rest of the world, or tried to stand between China and some of these countries, was Donald Trump. Now he's gone. You're going to see a big change happening right now. You will see a change happening, and it's not going to be for the good one. So Australia's fighting back. Good on them on this decision that they're making here. Here it is. China's government has slammed Australian decision to block a Chinese company's $300 million bid for Australian construction firm Probuild. Again, housing in Australia is not owned as much by Australians anymore. It's more foreign investing, and lots of money has been implemented there. And now they're standing up to China. It's time to do something about it. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's move on. Look at this one, guys.
Two potentially deadly...
Whoa. Okay, South Australians warned to watch out for mosquitoes with potentially deadly virus. Oh my God, there's another virus coming. It's coming with the mosquito form. Oh my God, so there it is. There is the news from this morning in Australia. Mosquitoes. Google admits to removing local news content in an experiment. So Google's going to be removing local news. We're currently running a few experiments that will reach out to about 1% of Google search, where Australia to measure the impacts of news, business, Google search on each other, a spokesman said. Now, let me tell you something about Australia, which is really interesting. I did a lot of housing videos going back from 2015. Discussing this rare phenomena happening across the Commonwealth. It's happening where I was in Vancouver. It's happening everywhere where locals can't get into their own markets, and if they did, they have to lower interest rates, the whole 9 yards, right? They've taken down so many of my housing videos. They didn't give me a strike. They didn't reprimand me. They just removed a couple of hundred videos with Australia. I was shocked. I didn't even know what to say. Like, usually they tell you something's wrong with the video, but they just took them down. So there it is. Woo! Yeah, brainwash. Keep brainwashing us. Facebook sees $34 billion erased from the market cap as Trump ban fallout continues to spook tech investors. I shorted Facebook and Twitter 3 days ago. No, Thursday last week. Woo! I shorted them. I put a put. I knew they were going to, and oh my God, I'm whistling Dixie this morning when I'm seeing what's been happening with those platforms. I already knew it. Does Facebook and Twitter and all those companies actually think that non-producing leftists are actually going to pay for things, or actually going to use? They're out of their tree. The corporation is deemed to fail. Once everybody goes on social assistance and America becomes Amerifornia, it's going to get worse for these social media platforms. They're going to beg the conservative producing people to come back and do something about it. But, So if you have Twitter, get rid of it. I don't even have Twitter. Okay, this site cannot be reached. Oh, here we go. Twitter loses $5 billion in market value after Trump is permanently barred from the platform. There it is. Twitter stock price tumbled as much as 12% on Monday, erasing $5 billion from its market capitalization. The tremble followed social media's group permanent suspension of President Donald Trump's account on Friday. So people are voting with their phones. They're going ahead and actually removing. Oops, there's another site that can't be reached here. What is it? OECD lockdowns are here to stay even with a vaccine plan. So if you get vaccinated in London, well, we're going to have to keep this social distancing. Even with global vaccine rollout in place, that's a sobering effect forecast for 2021. Lawrence Boone, the chief economist of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. This guy doesn't have to worry about his paycheck. Look at that. Look at that title. He doesn't have to worry how he's going to be paying his rent. He doesn't have to worry about where his next meal is going to come from. He doesn't have to worry about any of that. Why? Because look what's happening. Look what's happening, people. The people that are on lockdown need to worry. All right. Out of option, business owners, this is from the Winnipeg Sun, prepare to defy health orders as last resort. So businesses are going down, people are doing what they can. So McCullen, 49, went public last week about his intentions to open the shop because he was out of options. He was getting a fine was better than turning the keys back into the landlord. Basically, he was out of options. And the thing is, the sad part of this is the really, really lowest level of us are going to be hit the hardest, because when we turn our keys back to our landlords, they're still going to come out after us for the lease. And they're going to take us to court and sue us. So that even the lowest level of us will still have to suffer even after we turn in our keys and want to start over and file for bankruptcy. And they're going to make it very hard for people to file for bankruptcy going forward. Watch out on that one. That's another story for another time. Brantford police investigate billboard depicting Justin Trudeau beside image of Hitler. So there's a billboard here in Brantford, Ontario, where Trudeau for treason. And so the communication team of the city of Brantford said the owner removed the sign, and that is unequivocally denounces discrimination of any kind based in race, national, ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, age, and mental physical disability. So it's unclear what charges could stem from the investigation. Wow. I've been put on the dirty many times, being called the merit molester, and nothing's happened to that. The police said, I went to the police and said, well, these people are doing this to me and they're attacking me. And if you go on the dirty and type in my name, the police basically said they're forming an opinion. They're forming an opinion. There's nothing you could do about it. That's kind of weird, eh? Trudeau increases family reunification quota 200% amid pandemic surge. What does that mean? Well, here it is. It appears nothing could prevent the Liberal government of Canada from maximizing immigration intake for its self-centered purposes. A piece of cultural action Party of Canada do not comprehend simplistic in nature. While federal and provincial governments place our citizenship under attack, lock, and key as a result of the COVID. Liberals increase the risk of pandemic contagion by increasing immigration intake, quotes. So they're bringing grandparents. Canada is using 10,000 family sponsorship invitations as part of 2020 Parents and Grandparents Plan. So they're bringing in more and more people. But here's the problem with that. If you're from certain countries in Europe, like Portugal, they're actually still deporting Portuguese people back to Portugal today. In 2006, they deported 41,000 Portuguese families that have kids born and raised in Canada, living in Canada for many years, own their homes free and clear, were deported. And still, to this day, they're still deporting Portuguese families from Canada. They don't like us here for some reason. You know what I'm saying? But I could bet you 100 to 1 if we actually trace where these countries, who are coming in from these countries, there's no Portuguese allowed. They can't really run an ad saying no Portuguese, but no Portuguese. Okay, let's keep going here. So they're bringing in more people. Okay, what is this one here? Update, more than 50,000 doctors and scientists signed declaration opposing the COVID lockdowns. And in Portugal, the courts, we discussed this, the courts in Portugal deemed it as unfair, unconstitutional, and against freedoms and rights. Wearing a mask is also against freedoms and rights, and social distancing is illegal. So there's other places in the world that are completely ignoring what they're telling people here, and there's a lot of doctors that are just going to say, you know what, they're taking us for a ride, and this ride could be our last one, and we can't get off till we come to a full stop. So let's keep going here. Oops. I can't open this one. First care home to receive a vaccine in Scotland hit with new COVID outbreak. So there it is. So they've got the vaccine, and the first care home to give residents the COVID-19 vaccine has been hit by an outbreak of the virus. So they could have been doing well there. There was probably no issues. And then they went ahead and, yeah, you know what happened next, right? An outbreak. Okay, I have to pay for this. Vitamin D can, I can't even read that, doctor says. But, I mean, these departed San Joe's CEO to get $1 million payout after losing his job following the Caribbean vacation. Okay, remember that guy that went to the Caribbean that went against the lockdowns and stuff? He's getting $1 million. Who is this from? The Toronto, the Hamilton Speculator. So there it is. So departed St. Joe CEO to get $1 million payout after losing his job following the Caribbean vacation. Woo! So if you guys wanna, go on vacation, get fired to get $1 million payout. Well, it's only for the banksters, right? So here it is, guys. What is this here? CDC data suggests that lockdowns could kill as many people as COVID. Yeah, the suicide rate's going up and depression's going up, and people have nowhere to turn. New York Post. CIA releases UFO Black Vault. Documents early how to see them online. So apparently there is UFO footage, federal intelligence and extraterrestrial technology at your fingertips. So there it is, the Freedom of Information Act, thousands of CAI documents on unidentified flying objects or unidentified aerial phenomena. So could it be Trump releasing this stuff or forcing these alphabet administrations to start releasing this stuff? Are we going to know what happened with Kennedy? Are we actually going to know? Do we have to wait for everyone involved to die before we know? Well, we're going to find out. Hopefully, he's going to release something upon his removal, So, here it is here. Bruce Willis asked to leave a pharmacy for refusing to wear a mask. So there it is. Bruce Willis was asked to leave a Los Angeles pharmacy on Monday after refusing to wear a mask, Page 6 reports. According to an anonymous patron of the pharmacy, Willis walked into the store without a mask. He refused to cover his nose and mouth when he asked, despite having been wearing a bandana around his neck at the time. So there it is. Bruce Willis standing up. Okay, where were we? New York Post. We did that one. And Pfizer vaccine worrying level of adverse effects, Professor Kumin says. So Kumin says, so you know what? The leaders that are getting these vaccines have these plastic tips on the needle. They're not getting it for real. What the heck is going on with that? That's all over the place. That's not even news, and we're not breaking that. That's actually happening. And it goes to scare. It's scary, you know what I'm saying? True North is reporting Canada Revenue Agency begins mailing tax slips to CERB recipients. So you're going to be receiving your tax slips. The Canadian Revenue Agency has started sending out tax slips to Canadians who received Canadian Emergency Response Benefit and other pandemic-related handouts. So you're going to have to start paying that back. Now, here's the deal with that, or they're going to be adding it to your income, and you have to pay the deductions of the tax on the difference. But here's the funny thing. This morning I got reassessed for 2019 for some reason. My from the CRA, I got reassessed and I had to pay an extra a couple of grand. I went to this morning. I just paid it, right? So the lady's saying, "Oh, there's so many people." A lady at the bank was telling me there's so many people coming in and paying this. A lot of people are getting reassessed for 2019. And she asked me, "Did you take any of this?" I'm like, "No. I didn't take any of it." She could tell. She could look at my bank account and see the direct deposits, right? And she's like, "Wow." She's like you're like the 9th person to come in this morning to pay a reassessment from 2019. So I had to pay a couple of grand, right? I don't know if they're going to reassess the reassessment, make me pay more later, or if they're going to go back in time and raise tax, or they're going to say now the taxes should have been this much percentage, so we're going to raise the percentages in the years behind, so you could pay more today. It wouldn't surprise me if Canada did something like that. Hopefully we don't find life on Mars, because our government will send money. So just hopefully they don't find money on Mars. Life on Mars. Everyone's laughing at that in the comments. California's Disneyland to become a COVID vaccination site. There it is right there. You can't make this stuff up, guys. And the happiest place on earth is one of the several largest distribution sites opening up in the state cases to soar if hospital near capacity. So there it is. The state just reported under 40,000 new cases Monday and 264 deaths. But stock markets keep going up. The price of it, I'm doing fantastic in the stock market. I'm doing really well. I took a little bit of a loss on Digicoin and Hut and all that, but I still did well, right? I still made the right choices. Hey guys, go on Teespring and pick up the Dirt Bike t-shirts. People are buying. This is one of my number one selling t-shirts on Teespring, guys. Go check that out. It says Mike Martin's channel on it right here. And it's the Dirt Bike t-shirt. You'll see it there. I'm selling on average 2 to 3 a week. I really appreciate that, guys. It really means a lot to me that people like this kind of stuff, or like to be like to look good in this cool stuff. Anyways, guys, what is happening? What is happening in your neck of the woods? Comment below. I'd like to know. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to set your reminders. God Rules is going to be on Mike in the Night this Saturday. God bless you guys. Stay safe. I have spoken.